Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz? And here's your quizmaster, Dickie Ticker.
Welcome. It's Monday night, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for another Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz with the majority of the Hotpots. Anyone would think this was recorded straight after the last quiz. You decide. It could be that, or it could just be that we've maintained continuity stringently throughout. And tonight, it's a change of format because it's a speed quiz.
Speed quiz.
What that basically means is Kenny's being picked up in about half an hour, so we've got to crack on with the quiz. No preamble tonight, but you will need 4 things if you want to join us. You're going to need a pen, paper, nibbles, drink. I think you sort of know this by now. If you're playing along with us tonight, type your name in the box below. If you've got a team name and there's a couple of you sat in your front room doing it, let's have your team name as well. Matt, you might be able to tag your mates in with an @ symbol, get them to play along with the quiz, but you're going to have to be quick because tonight is a speed quiz.
Speed quiz.
There'll be some sort of effects. But as always, 10 questions on, the 10 sort of usual topics that you're going to find in a Lancashire Hotpots quiz. You know who the Hotpots are, who can be bothered to turn up. I think he's still on his date. Hotpots, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Hotpotters at home, are you ready? Well, let's get quizzing! Question number 1 is all about the music. That's the thing about the 60s. It was all about the music. And pop hits of the present day is our music question tonight. Which Scottish artist had a 2019 hit with Someone You Loved? ? How many Scottish people do you know who are popular? One of them had a 2019 hit with a song entitled Someone You Loved. Who might that be?
Was it Lulu?
Was it the Crankies? Was it the B-side to Fandabby Dozy the single? Which might actually get inserted now. Question number 2 is all about the films, and we're back to IMDb ratings. Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, what an actor. From such humble beginnings, what an actor he's grown into. And he is one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. But how well do people like his films? Here's 2 of his big pictures. Which one has the higher IMDb rating? Is it Titanic or is it Inception? What do you reckon? Out of those 2 films, which one do you think has a higher IMDb rating? Now, obviously IMDb ratings, they're not critics' ratings, they're the ratings of the people. Which one do you think is higher, Titanic or Inception? Question number 3 is egg, sausage, chips and beans. And tonight, it's all of them because, quotes, "I'll have egg, sausage, chips and beans and a tea" was uttered by which member of Pink Floyd in the film Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii? Was it A, Roger Waters? Was it B, Dave Gilmour? Or was it C, Nick Mason? So "I'll have egg, sausage, chips and beans and a tea" was uttered by which member of Pink Floyd in the film Pink Floyd at Pompeii? Was it A, Roger Waters, B, Dave Gilmour, or was it C, Nick Mason?
I think I tweeted that little clip last year sometime, I think. Or Instagrammed it or something.
Question number 4 is bitter, lager, cider, ale and stout. And this week, it's lager. And in the 2019 World Beer Awards, the best lager was awarded to, and I hope I pronounced this right, Zubr, Z-U-B-R, a lager that is, quotes, "pale, golden in colour, with moderate carbonation, light in aroma and flavour, very easy drinking." But which country do you think Zubr comes from? Was it A, the Czech Republic, B, New Zealand, C, Chile? Zuber. A bit like Zubatron. Z-U-B-R. A lager was the world's best lager in 2019. But which country did it come from? A, Czech Republic, B, New Zealand, or C, Chile? Who knows? Question number 5 is all about crisps. And this is a bit of a true or false question. In the 1950s, in order to keep crisps, the manufacturers often packed them in sealed tins. Is that true or is that false? In the 1950s, you'd quite often get a tin of crisps. What do you reckon? Is that true or is that false? Speed quiz. The Lancashire.
Is it Pringles in a tin? Was that you class that?
I'd say that's a tube.
Tube, yeah.
So we're talking metal tins. Would you have been likely to get a metal tin of crisps in the 1950s? Would that have been an acceptable method for purchasing crisps in? True or false? What do you reckon?
Mm-hmm.
Question number 6 is all about the Lancashire Hotpots, ladies and gentlemen. And The Purple Zone is a song that we wrote and performed about coming back from holiday and not being able to remember where you parked your car at the airport. Oh, such well-observed songs, Which album is that song taken from? There's one particular person, I think, on the Top Cocker forum who he's always gone, when are you going to play Purple Zone? And I nearly gave the game away then. Cheers, everyone. See, there's normally the things that I chat about, and I chat about them in the answer section, and I nearly chatted about them in the questions section.
I think I've got that one right anyway.
Right. Question number 7 on our speed quiz, Hotpots quiz tonight, is I Fear IKEA. And in 2016, Kanye West visited the headquarters of IKEA and was that impressed, he said he wanted to work there. Is that true or is that false? Speed quiz. Did Kanye West go to the headquarters of IKEA in 2016 and love it so much he said that he wanted to work there? True or false?
Mm-hmm.
What do you reckon? All these rappers. Question 8 is everyone loves a Bernard, except nobody loves a Bernard at the moment. That's why question 8 is everybody loves a Bob.
Yeah.
And this week we're talking Bob the Builder. Now then, Bob the Builder was Christmas number 1 in the year 2000. But who did he beat off to get that number 1 crown? I don't know what you mean. Was it A, 50 Cent? Was it B, Kanye West? There he is again. Or was it C, Eminem? So which rapper did Bob the Builder beat to the UK Christmas number 1 in the year 2000? Did he beat 50 Cent? Did he beat Kanye West? Or did he C, beat Eminem?
Mm-hmm. Long time ago, that's 20 years. 20
years ago. I like to think that I sort of reckon that Bob the Builder being Christmas number 1 was the start of this is where Christmas number 1s don't really mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 9 is all about TVs, and Good Old Boys by Waylon Jennings was the theme tune to which US TV series which ran from 1979 to 1985? So I'll do it in the Waylon Jennings style. Good Old Boys was the theme tune to which US TV series which ran from 1979 to 1985?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Good Old Boys.
Yeah.
So you're getting... That might have jogged some people's memories. So you have to do a full spread. So we've had 2019 questions.
Yeah.
Late 70s, early 80s questions. The full gamut of trivia is here, and we're already up to question number 10, which is our potluck question. And in the 1830s, ketchup was sold as a medicine. Is that true or is that false? Way back in the 1830s, ketchup was sold for medicinal purposes. What do you think? Is that true or is that false? Those are your 10 questions tonight on the Lancashire Hotpots Speed Quiz.
Got a different theme tune because it's fast.
There's that's the part actually you give me a very good idea. What I'm now going to do retrospectively, Bob, is this is a bit like Inception. I'm going to do the music to the quiz, but I'm going to do it faster. So it's going
there you go.
And I'm also going to have a sound effect which just says "Speed Quiz."
Speed
That's going to be constantly repeated. Cheers, everyone! You've made it to another Monday. Hopefully, your Monday has been, well, even if it's not great, you've still got a beer in your hand. So that's a great start to the week as far as I'm concerned. So last week we mentioned, because we're well into September now, last week we mentioned our fantastic live stream that's coming up on Saturday the 26th of September. Might as well plug the link. Get your tickets now. Over 400 people joined us for the first live stream, so you don't want to miss out on the second one, do you? We're playing the hits and the good tracks from our first two albums, never mind the Hotpots and Pot Sounds. So if you like your Hotpots classics going back to the old school, and we'll probably throw in a few curveballs as well. And I believe Stupendous is going to be kicking off the night in his own inimitable fashion.
Kicking off is the word.
Yes. So your ticket link is here. Get your ticket.
And how much is all that, Dickie?
Incredibly reasonable. And the thing is, you only need one ticket per household. So unlike a Hotpots gig where you've got to pay for each and every person, if there's 4, 5, 6 people in your front room, you only have to buy the one ticket. That's all we want from you. Please support the Lancashire Hotpots, and in doing so, you're going to get a fantastic night. Now then, Hotpotters watching this, if you watched the stream last time, why don't you reply in the comments below and let people know what a fantastic night of fun it was, wasn't
Validation, yes.
I do know.
I've had a little bit of a chat with Daz, the technical guru. There'll be more cameras, there'll be more things. He also said he should be able to share via a screen your photos and your videos. So maybe we'll do things in between songs. Very interactive.
I do know, because I know him quite well, because he lives around here, but I do know that Stu said that whatever the price is on the ticket, he says he'll do it for half price. Just message him on the night, he'll just share the link via his Facebook page. So be all right.
Yeah, and Stu is on Facebook as well, isn't he?
He is indeed. He is.
He's not posted anything for a while. Are we sure he's okay?
Quiet. I think he's back at work. He's been furloughed, but he's back at work now.
Back at work now.
Yeah.
Should we get round to doing some work ourselves and answering these questions on the quiz?
Let's do this.
Okay. So, first question, everyone, was, of course, our music question. And I asked which Scottish artist had a 2019 hit with Someone You Loved, ? Bob, who do we think that is?
I think it could be the man who, sings very, very kind of melancholy songs, but is hilarious in real life. Lewis Capaldi.
Lewis Capaldi. Kenny?
Yeah, I've gone with Capaldi. I couldn't remember whether it was Lewis or Peter. I'm joking, I obviously do, but yeah, Capaldi.
And they are actually related. And Ron?
Yeah, Lewis Capaldi.
It's a nice, easy one to start the quiz off. Of course it is Lewis Capaldi. Apparently, was it that song that Peter Capaldi was in the video for? It was one of them anyway.
Never seen.
They had to remake. Anyway, yeah, Peter Capaldi was in one of Lewis Capaldi's videos, but they had to remake it for America because they didn't really want an old bloke in a pop video.
Ooh.
There you go.
I'm not going to see our videos, then are they?
Question number 2 is films, and we were talking IMDb ratings of Leonardo DiCaprio. So I give you 2 films that he's most popular, recognised for. Which one has the higher IMDb rating? Was it Titanic or was it Inception, Bob?
With similar kind of questions in the past, I've always gone with my own personal preference. I've gone against that this time. I actually think Inception's a better film, but I think Titanic, because it was absolutely massive, may be bigger in those terms.
Okay, I like your reasoning and your workings out. Kenny?
I've gone the opposite. Obviously, Titanic's the big one selling-wise, but as we know, things that sell the most aren't necessarily the best, hence Bob the Builder being number 1. So I've stuck with what I normally do, like Bob, and gone with the one that I like more, so I've gone Inception.
Okay, also there's 2 sides of the popularity integrity fence. How is Ron going to straddle this one?
Against my better judgment, I've put Inception.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The scores on the doors. Titanic, 7.8 IMDb rating. Inception, 8.8. It is Inception.
Wow.
Boom.
By a full point. Yeah. So people
Okay.
like the Inception that much better. So question number 3 was egg sausage, chips and beans, and I'll have egg sausage, chips and beans and a tea was uttered by which member of Pink Floyd in Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii? A. Roger Waters, B. I know they said Dave Clifton then, but he's out of I'm on a partridge. See, it's right on the edge of my piece of paper. Dave Gilmour or C. Nick Mason. Bob.
Yes, I tweeted this, I'll put it onto social media last year sometime, maybe it was the year before, maybe it was like years and years ago, and I've just forgotten all about time, but it was Nick Mason.
Oh, he's very confident. Kenny?
Yeah, I wasn't very confident because I've just remembered about not giving the drummer a microphone, but yeah, I've gone Nick Mason as well, just to stick with the drummer.
2 for the Knicks. Ron?
Roger Waters and Dave Gilmour never ate in the 70s. They were too busy arguing. It was Nick Mason.
It was indeed Nick Mason. And here's that clip now.
Could I have egg, sausage, chips and beans and a tea?
There you go. Uttered by the man himself. And the thing is, I get lots of people on Twitter going, oh, it's sausage, egg, chips and beans. It's like, no, it's not. It's egg, sausage, chips and beans. And the drummer from Pink Floyd confirms that. Correct. Right, let's get on to question. Let's get on to question 4. Better lager, cider, ale and stout. And we're talking lager. And in the 2019 World Beer Awards, the best lager was awarded to Zuber. What was that lager from A, the Czech Republic, B, New Zealand, or C, Chile? Bob, what do you reckon on the lager front?
Zubatron.
Yeah,
there's lots of Z's in those Eastern European kind of languages, isn't there? And very little vowels. I can see it coming from the Czech Republic, and that is the correct spelling of Czech.
Czechnek. Kenny?
Yeah, when we go with the beer ones, I always go with the Czechs, and they're good with the lagers and things. So yeah, I've not wrote it.
Yeah, it's very difficult to write. And Ron?
Yeah, speed quiz, didn't have time to write it, just A.
And you're all right. It is indeed the A, the Czech Republic. Oh, you can't fault the people in the old Czechs. They're just very good at doing lager. They really are. So if you see Zuber out and about in a European food store, you know that's the world's best lager in 2019. Question number 5 is our crisps round, and I said that in the 1950s, in order to keep them fresh and indeed crispy crisp, the manufacturers used to pack crisps in tins, not bags. Was that true or was that false? Bob, what do you reckon on the crisp front?
Well, the 50s were a crazy time, weren't they? You know, we had glam rock and Britpop and all that. So I said it was true.
True.
Okay. Kenny?
Yeah, packaging and all that. They probably didn't care about saving the earth back then, did they? So, not that the crisp packets these days are any better, but yeah, I've gone true.
And Ron?
True.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I was in a world of my own then. It is indeed true, yes. And this practice continued until the manufacturers solved the problems with better bags in the early 1960s. So yeah, if you were to travel back in time in your TARDIS to the 1950s, you get yourself a tin of crisps.
Would that mean that if in that comedy programme starring those people, it would be 2 pints of lager and a tin of crisps?
And a tin of crisps, if it was in the 1950s, yes.
50s, yeah.
Question number 6 was all about the Lancashire Hotpots and the Purple Zone. Basically, what album is it on, Bob?
Yes, I think partly based on my experience of trying to find our bus at Glastonbury Festival that year, and it's on Crust for Life.
Very confident, Kenny?
Yeah, I've gone for Crust for Life. I thought it might have been Fistful of Scratch Cards, but that's a bit late for that kind of Glastonbury tale of 2011. So, yeah, Crust for Life.
Okay, cheers for that, KB. And Ron.
I know we joke, and I say I've only got the album Crust for Life, and I usually use it quite a lot. This week, I think it's going to come up trumps.
And it is indeed Crust for Life, yay!
Yes!
I couldn't help smiling when that question came up and you knew what album it was going to be. I was like, Ron's in here.
Yeah, now.
I've got it.
Question number 7 was I Fear IKEA, and I said that in 2016 Kanye West visited the headquarters of IKEA and was that impressed he said he wanted to work there. Is that true or is that false? Lots of true or false questions in this Hotpot speed quiz. What do you reckon, Bob?
I seem to remember there was some kind of publicity thing with Kanye and IKEA, and I think he was impressed by it. So I said true.
True. Kenny?
Yeah, he's mad, isn't he? So, yeah, it's got to be true. Anyone else, you'd be like, nah, but Kanye's mad.
And Ron?
True, gotta be true.
And it was indeed true. Well done. And he said, I have to work with IKEA, because he talks like this, make furniture for interior design, for architecture. And, yes, so he didn't, though, did he?
Nah.
He just stuck at being a rapper and making millions of pounds. So it just goes to show that some rappers can't be trusted. But question number 8 is about someone who can be trusted. It's about Bob's, because everybody loves a Bob, and we're talking Bob the Builder, who was Christmas number 1 in the year 2000. But there was one a rapper that he beat to get to that position. But which rapper was it? A, 50 Cent, B, that man Kanye West again, or C, Eminem, Bob?
I think a long time ago, 20 years, is a little bit too early for Kanye and Fiddy, so I went with Eminem.
Kenny?
Yeah, same. I've gone for the old M&Ms.
And Ron?
Same as Kenny. I've written down the M&Ms.
Well, 50 Cent was knocking around the charts at that particular time, but the correct answer was C, Eminem.
Ooh, wow.
We beat to get to number 1. But question number 9 in the Hotbot Speed Quiz. I said that Good Old Boys by Waylon Jennings was the theme tune to which US TV series, which ran from 79 to 85. Bob, what do you reckon?
I think your rendition of it kind of cemented it. I do think it's The Fall Guy.
Oh, sorry. Ken, that might give you an answer as to whether that's correct or not. Kenny?
I haven't got a clue. Then the first thing that came to mind was chips, which I'm sure it's not. But
I've just remembered.
Oh, no, I have to take your first answer, Bob. I have to take your first answer.
I won't get the question right, but can I chip in just before you give the answer?
I'll wait until Ron's given his answers. Can I just say well done, Kenny, for giving a Hotpots related answer, even if you don't think it's correct. Let's go to Ron, who might get this.
You see, now I didn't know if it started in 79, but I put the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, Bob, yes, you are.
Yeah.
That is the one. It is the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Are they indeed? And we're down to the last question, which was our potluck question, true or false. And I said that in the 1830s, ketchup was sold as a medicine. Is that true or is that false? Bob, what do you reckon?
They knew nothing in the 1830s about science, so true.
Okay, Kenny.
Yeah, like stuff like Coke and everyday stuff we take for granted was all like, oh, it's super great, healthy, even fags probably. So yeah, I'm gonna go 2.
Fags, working wonders. And Ron,
I'm going false. There's no way. There's no way you put medicine on your chips.
well, I'm afraid you're going to have to withdraw that because it was indeed true. And they wanted. They said it was a cure for diarrhea and, amongst other things, diarrhea and indigestion. So more tomato sauce on everything for you, KB. Also, jaundice and rheumatism.
I'd rather have the squirts than have ketchup. I hate it.
I'm actually gutted. I'm gutted about this. I'm gutted. I am. You'll find out in a minute why I'm gutted.
Okay. Oh, likes to leave us hanging. So those are your 10 questions for this Monday night. How well do you think you did? Toss up your answers at home. Stick them in the comments box below because we're going to see whether you got a better score than the Hotpots tonight. So I'm going to do my usual scoring tally. And I'm going to ask Bob tonight what your score was total, please.
Yes, much better than in recent weeks. I got 8 on sort of 10. I don't know,
8 on 10. That's absolutely brilliant. Kenny, how many did you get?
Yeah, I didn't do so bad. I got 9.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, and Ron.
Final question messed me up. I'm also on 9.
Oh! All this comes about for a speed quiz. Speed quiz.
Speed quiz.
This is supposed to be speedy. He's got to go. He's got to go out in a minute. Right. Let's find my tie-breaking question, which I've had for a number of weeks now. Tension music, please. I've got to edit this before I go on a ferry. And I've got to try and find the tension music now from the folder. Anyway, Kenny, Ron, listen carefully. In September 2018, Irish butcher Barry Crowe set a new world record by making how many sausages in a minute? So 60 seconds. You're an Irishman named Barry Crowe. You're a butcher. You were born to do this. How many sausages could you make in 60 of those seconds? Think about it, cogitate, don't take too long. The taxi is coming in 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Sorry, was it a minute?
It was a minute, 60 seconds. How many sausages did Barry make in a minute? Kenny, let's go to you. How many bangers do you think he did in 60 seconds?
I reckon he's gone boom, 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 boom. 2 a second average, 120.
120 sausages. That's a lot of sausages.
He's smashed it. Whoa!
2 a second. Make a sausage half a second. Wow.
Oh, God. Kenny, I'm sorry about this. I went with the same logic, and I went with 120.
Oh, come on!
It's a double time, right?
It's supposed to be a speed quiz!
I was actually thinking he did one every 2 seconds, so I really meant to say 30, but I doubled it instead and went...
Yeah,
right.
Exactly the same.
I'm trying to think if I've got a...
I mean, what was the answer?
No. Hang on. I have got another question, but I think it's on another piece of paper because
I've got a question. I've got a tiebreak question.
Go on then.
Yeah. Okay. Ron,
Billy.
Kenny, including this is including the antenna on the top. How many meters tall is the Eiffel Tower? Including the antenna on the top, including it.
I can't do things in meters. How many feet in a meter?
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, if you do it in feet, I'll convert it. how many feet or meters, including the antenna, is the world famous tower in Paris, the Eiffel Tower?
Okay, I'm not sure, but I've got an answer.
Okay.
Don't know measurements.
Go on, Kenny, what have you got?
I've got 275.
275.
I was going to go 250, but it sounded a bit too round because of my LCD, so I bumped it up a little bit.
Okay, so Ron, what have you got?
No idea. I just went for broke and put 2,000 feet.
2,000
Well, what's
feet.
2,000 feet in meters?
Okay. Right, so the actual answer is 324 meters.
No, I wasn't that far off.
Now, in conversions, I've put we want meters. Let's just convert that. We'll edit this or something.
No, we'll keep it in.
All right, I'm just googling
I
it.
just heard like a car beep. Is that not people picking Kenny up?
No, that's outside hours, I think.
1 minute 15 seconds.
It's 1,062 feet.
No, it started off in feet.
Well, that's
So
what it is. So what did you get, Ron?
2,000 feet
2,000 feet. What's 2,000 feet like?
in meters.
In meters.
Oh, 600.
609
Meters.
meters. Yeah. So Kenny is the winner. He's the nearest.
Wowzers, that was a experience, wasn't it?
It was.
If only you'd have got that ketchup question right, Ron.
Crazy
All the way
medicine
to the end.
people. And I'm a doctor as well. I should have known that.
You should have done in terms of its medicinal properties. Ladies and
Right,
gentlemen,
chaps, I'm going to have to run.
yes, he's going to have to go for a taxi. Here's the scoreboard for this week. Thanks very much for joining us. We will see you next week. It might actually be a little bit more organised than this. Thank you very much for watching the Hotpot Speed Quiz.
Speed quiz.